Hello everyone! Today's video we're going to be chit-chatting about the Pantone color of the year. When I first saw the Pantone color of the year, I honestly thought it was a joke. I thought it was, April Fools in January or whatever they send out the color. Usually the color is supposed to resemble something and it is supposed to reflect what the next year will be or something along those lines. The Pantone color of the year for 2026 is 11-4201, which is Cloud Dancer, which is a lofty, billowy white chosen for its calming, serene, and fresh dark qualities, symbolizing a need for quiet reflection and clarity in a hectic world, and marking the first time a white shade has been selected. It's seen as a blank canvas to encourage creativity, offering a gentle, ethereal presence to create space and peace. I don't like this color of the year. I really don't. Last year, I believe it was Mocha Mousse. And then Gourmand Girls came out with Mocha Moment that is supposed to be a play from the Pantone color of the year. And hate to break it to you, but I don't think a true Mocha Mousse color is in this palette. But anyway, it's seen as a blank slate, but it is not a blank white. It is more of a blue tinge of white. And honestly, I'm wearing something black. I don't own anything white in my closet. And if I do own white, it is complementary with other colors. It's not a plain white shirt. White is more sterile than calming to me. I think a very light, warm, neutral color is very calming. Warm lights are very calming. I purposely made my wall color purple as a calming color. There is psychology between human emotions and colors, and I highly recommend you go and check all that out. But to me, white just symbolizes sterile, clean. I think they're trying to make it a positive by saying it is a blank canvas to encourage creativity and things of that nature. I don't like the color of the year. I really don't. And I really didn't like the last year either, because this year and last year were pretty neutral colors. And as this entire world shifts to more of a modern civilization, there has not been a whole lot of creativity. There has not been a whole lot of, having your own sense of style, having character in your home. I hate to see the houses that are all white, and I hate to see houses that are all beige. In my house, my office here is purple, and I have a million prints all around my room. There is nothing boring about my room. But even in the other parts of my house that are much more boring, because I don't like clutter. I don't like clutter in my living spaces. In my living room, I have green and, more calming-esque colors. I feel very calm in my space. And the only rooms that feel very sterile to me is our bedroom, because it is a white color pretty much throughout the entire thing. But it's kind of one of those things in our bedroom, the sheets are what is the color in our bedroom and what is mostly what is bringing life into our bedroom. So we didn't want something to clash on the walls depending on what sort of sheets we have on the bed. But the Pantone colors of the year is, I don't know. I don't like the direction we're going. And for this to be the first year of being a white-esque color, it kind of symbolizes that we're done with any sort of funness in Pantone color of the year. And I have, of course, put up the color by now. And I've been filtering throughout my entire collection, trying to figure out, do we even have this? And usually with the Pantone color of the year, people like to implement it in their homes. They like to implement it in their personal style. They like to implement it in other aspects of their life. And in my life, a large aspect is clothing. which for me, I do not like to wear white. I get things dirty very easily. I also live in a house with 2 critters, and white doesn't stand the chance. So I just simply don't really own it. And in terms of jewelry, accessories, stuff like that, I am a silver jewelry person. I do not like gold. I only wear and have silver jewelry. But silver is not the same as white. And I don't have anything really with pearls, and that's not something that I already own that I can implement the color into my real life. And I'm certainly not going to go out and buy jewelry that has the color of the year. Makeup wise, like if Gourmand girls wanted to go on the Pantone color of the year trend again, I don't see where they're going to be able to put in this Cloud Dancer shade in an eyeshadow palette and make it all cohesive. I pulled out some things that are white, off-white, and I'm wearing the one palette on my eyes today. And honestly, like with all these warmer colors in my crease, it does not make my lid shade look very white. But swatching it out, it does look like a white shimmer shade. So I'm just gonna go through some of my like off-white products, off-white packaging, which honestly, like white packaging in makeup is, to me, kind of seldom. At least in my collection. I know we're not talking about like a matte blank white, but the color of the year is supposed to be a blank slate for creativity. So I took that quite literally. So I'm gonna show you guys my e.l.f. This is the No Budge Cream Eyeshadow. It is in the shade Wispy Cloud. It's like literally a white. And I really like to use this with my colorful shadows. So I do get a blank slate. And this is just a matte white. That's all it is. It does give a blank slate on my eyelids for more colorful eyeshadow. So with their goal of having a white-esque shade as the Pantone color of the year, like this is what I'm thinking of in terms of blank slate, in terms of adding for creativity. Also my nails. So on my nails right now, on my thumb, pointer, and pinky, I do have the Sally Hansen Insta Dry nail color in the shade White on Time. It's just a matte white, well, not matte, but you know, a plain white. And then on my ring finger and middle finger, I have the Essie Wicked Polish in Defying Expectations. My cat is on my desk and he is searching for trouble. But this is what that color looks like. I thought these two would go really well together. This was in my recent Ulta haul and this was in my what I got for Christmas. So I really wanted to wear them. I love this color, by the way. Hi, kitty. Are you gonna come up here? Come here. Come here. Oh, you see the little stub? See the little stub? Look at him. I know he's not happy that I can't try to pick him up. But anyway, here's his little stub. The white base and then white polish. This wasn't on purpose, by the way. The white polish was not on purpose. The only other thing I could think of is like that I could incorporate this color into, bye kitty, I could incorporate this color in my daily life. I was thinking more of a topper eyeshadow. So this is my Natasha Denona Little Mini. I got this from Sephora as like a free gift with purchase. It's in the shade Flutter and it came from the Retro Glam palette. Swatching this is not a white color. This is more of a champagne color. But like really, what else do I have? And then another shadow I use very similarly to this color is from my Kaja Smolder Season stack, which this one may be a little bit, it's going to be a little bit more pigmented. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more of a bronzy champagne. I wanted to bring out some packaging, and this Cloud Dancer shade is leaning towards blue. These two packages that I have, one I think is leaning a little bit more purple, and one I think is just a simple off-white, and I can't really tell where it's going. But like I said, it's very seldom for me to go through my entire collection and find a off-white packaging, because usually it's either plain white, usually it is some sort of creamy color, a light beige sort of thing. Very seldom that you find like an off-white packaging. So I took out my Persona blush, so this is in the shade Caramel, and this is the off-white color. Like, it's nothing all that special, but putting this package up against the next product I'm going to talk about, this makes the other palette look more of a purpley white, but this is not a true white. This is an off-white, and it's a beautiful blush, and if you have the Persona blushes, I highly recommend you pull them out. Stunning, long-lasting, all the things. But yeah, white packaging, like this is just a boring color. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on the Pantone color of the year? The other palette, this is a palette. So I have a palette with an off-white packaging. This is the one that looks a little purple. So this is the Sugar palette from ABH. And this is a situation where I do have some topper-esque shades, but I don't want to pull in like a silver. Like, this is a white, almost a silver. And it's a beautiful topper shade. Like, these shadows in here are gorgeous, but like that doesn't really have a blue tinge to it. It's just like a white, and I don't really have anything. Like, I have whites with a blue shift, but I didn't want to put those in this video. But this is my ABH Sugar palette. It is such a good little palette. Packaging is off-white, so we're talking about it. You know who really did a good job on their Pantone Color of the Year video? Alex, and I'll leave her channel link down below. She talked a lot about Pantone Color of the Year and products in her collection that she's pulling out to kind of reminisce. I'm telling you right now, please, for the love of God, please do not go out and purchase stuff solely for the Pantone Color of the Year. You go through your collection and you find stuff that you already have that you can incorporate for the Color of the Year, if you so choose. When I first thought of this color, I immediately went to my Blueberry Muffin palette. Spoiler, this gotten 0 use in 2025. And I did not film my ranking all of my palettes based off of usage. I have not done that yet. And that's going to take a long time. So this video is going to be significantly easier to film. So this one has gotten 0 uses in 2025. This palette has a lot of, it has blues, which is nice. There is a white, although it looks a little bit more yellow than the white of that other palette we looked at. And then this color is a little bit more warm, but not by much. Like, this color itself is not a very warm shade. There is Cravings in here, which is a favorite of mine. We have Cravings, which is a little bit more on the pinky side. So like, none of these like toppery shades has that blue like shift to it. I've just been doing this on my hand and look how glowy it is. But this is actually the palette I'm wearing today because I thought of this color and I'm like, this palette to me screams that color, even though that specific color is not in this palette. We're going off of vibes. If I am thinking of Cloud Dancer, if I'm looking at the photo that they put online, this is the palette that I think of. And probably because I know there is like silvery sort of shades in here, there's white shades, there's really light colors in here, but there's also blues. So this palette here is actually on my chopping block. So this is the first of 3 looks that I have done with this palette. So hopefully I will have a chopping block update for you very, very soon. And this palette is very reflective, can you tell? But this is the palette. And what I have used today is I did this shade in the crease. I used this on the outer corner. I used Crumble here all over the lid, and then I used Sugared in my inner corner and all over my lid as a topper shade. This look is beautiful. Like, why have I just been letting this sit on my shelf for well over a year? Because I'm telling you right now, didn't touch it at all in 2025. And on top of my head, I don't know the last time I reached for this in 2024. It certainly has been a long time. Beautiful look. This shadows have applied very nicely, and I've had my makeup on like all day and it still looks beautiful. Like, I have not had any issues with blending. I have not had any issues with these shadows whatsoever. It makes me so mad BH is no longer here. But the color made me think of this palette. And then, because it made me think of this palette, I pulled it out. So I am getting use out of it, obviously. And I'm getting use out of it. I'm learning that I love this again. And this was originally on the chopping block. So this is a good thing to me. I'm like taking this out, using it, loving today's look, by the way. Like, these are the tones I feel the most pretty in. Like, I'm wearing black pants as well, like I usually do. This all over my pants. But this is my last product I have. I really don't have anything else, because like stuff like this to me is not an off-white. This to me is like a very, very light tan. So like the warmer, like it's a warmer color. It's not an off-white to me. These other things are more of an off-white. Overall, not a fan of the color. Meaning behind it, I think they were trying to take a sterile, boring color and try and make it more positive. And not sure I like it. I really hope 2027 is a better Pantone color of the year. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit of makeup commentary every once in a while. If you guys do enjoy makeup related content, eyeshadow related content, I do project panning, I do all sorts of things on this channel. I highly recommend you subscribe, like this video, hype the video up so more people can find my channel in this video. Comment down below your overall thoughts and feelings of the Pantone color of the year. Put a white little heart down in the comments. I love and appreciate you guys all so much, and I shall see you guys next time.